Welcome to episode 24 of Echoes from the Arena. Today's episode is going to be entitled The One About Hoosiers. So, we're going to talk a little bit tonight about what, Dad? You did more research than I
We
did.
are going to talk about the movie Hoosiers, but we're also going to talk about the real Hoosiers
Mhm.
because the movie, which came out in 1986, starring Gene Hackman, was kind of a composite of some events that happened in the great state of Indiana back in 1954. So we're going to kind of compare the real Hoosiers with the film version. There's some things that were obviously the writers took artistic license, which
Yes, which
happens in
they will
Hollywood,
do.
which they will do
Mhm.
because you want the angst and the conflict.
And the
Uh,
final.
in the final, one quick blurb here. The dramatic ending to Hoosiers, in which uh, Hickory High School defeated Fort Wayne Central.
Mm.
That did not happen.
Right.
The championship game in the real Hoosiers was much more mundane, so to speak. The semi, however, was exciting. So the real semifinal was what the producers
Yeah.
and the movie makers made as the final game. So
And
again,
yeah.
artistic license, but great movie. I think one of the
Filmed in the
better sports movies.
filmed in the same field house that the original game was actually played.
Yes, the
Hinkle
Hinkle Fieldhouse, Butler
at Butler
University.
University.
Yes. So, should we just jump right in, or you got any questions for me?
No, I mean I did a little of my own research
Oh,
and
good.
I
Okay.
know the movie very well as I've seen it several times.
Yeah. So,
That's your
okay.
fault.
I know. Great movie. As I said,
Hmm.
I think it's one of the better sports films. Saw it
Hmm.
as it. I saw it when it came out in '86 at the theater, and really enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, short
There we
story
go.
about it.
Hmm.
I saw it with your Uncle Bill
Uh-huh.
during the week. We didn't have anything to do, so we decided, oh, this movie Hoosiers is out. Let's check it out. So we checked it out and really enjoyed it. And a few days later, Bill was telling me that our then general manager, Bill Polian,
Hmm.
came into the um, came into the stadium one morning and was raving about the movie Hoosiers. And Bill said, "Bill, we already saw it. It was a great movie. We loved it." So anyway, there you go. So the the actual um, high school was called Milan.
Something's going on with your mic, Dad.
Do you hear? You can't hear me?
I It sounds like we're getting two of you.
Oh, okay. I also got dogs barking. I can't even hear.
That maybe it's picking them up.
Are you
Uh
picking them up?
Click the back button on the mic.
Great. How's that sound?
It's pretty shitty still.
Okay.
Uh
You wanna, should we go back and start over?
no. No,
Dogs are just,
we're gonna push through.
okay.
But I'll do some talking for a change. How about that?
Yeah, now go ahead, because
All right.
I can't even hear.
We can't hear them on here, so
Oh, that's
that's the
good.
good
Well,
part.
that's good. I can't hear you.
Okay,
Barely,
now
I
you're
hear you.
back. You're back in now.
Yes, it was the dogs
You're back
barking.
in.
So,
Okay, you're
so
back in.
hopefully we can work that out. We'll take that out.
I'm
So,
not gonna do that because it takes me so much longer to produce these damn things. So we're gonna keep that shit in.
okay.
All
Well,
right, we're
that's
just rolling
realism.
off the cuff. This is like SNL. Let's go.
It's like SNL is like live TV,
Hmm.
just back in
We'll
the
do it
day,
live. Fuck it.
you went through it. Like Jackie Gleason used to do it live.
I'll write it. We'll do it live.
Okay.
Fucking
So
thing
anyway,
sucks.
so the in Hoosiers, the high school was called Hickory
Hickory.
High.
Hmm.
Don't know if Hickory even exists in Indiana. It might. There might
I'm
be a
sure
Hickory,
there's a
Indiana.
Hickory somewhere.
It sounds like it would be in Indiana, but the actual high school, which the real Hoosiers was about, was called Milan High, and Milan
Spelled as if you were going to say Milan.
exactly, and it's a approximately 80 miles southeast of Indianapolis, near the Ohio border. And this event took place in 1954. So back in
Yep.
1954, there were no class. It was
There was
called
no distinction of classes.
right. It was called the no the single class era.
Hmm.
So whether you were a school of 160,
Hmm.
like Milan was, or you had 1,000 students. I think we talked about this last night. I think it was male students at the time.
Muncie Central had 1,600,
Well, okay,
over
okay,
1,600 students.
okay. So big school, small school. David Goliath, perfect story for Hollywood. But the um, the championship game um,
Well, the
was
championship game in the movie or the championship game
I'm going to talk about the
for real?
championship game, the real championship game. So this
Okay.
was the one which occurred between um, or which pitted the Milan
Hmm.
against Muncie Central.
Okay.
Okay, the Bearcats, as they were called, they were a lot like you said. It was 1,600 students,
Hmm.
large school, a lot of players to choose from. As we know, in Indiana, religion and basketball kind of go hand in hand.
Kind of go hand in hand. Yep.
It's so they were a very skilled program. They
Hmm.
played more of a fast break type of game. The Milan team, coached by Marvin Wood,
Hmm.
coached or used the four corner offense. Okay, so the four corner offense, and you might know what this is, but the four
We're
corner
talking basketball
offense
here, folks. So
is
think about well, think about in a half court set.
right, right. It's a half court offense.
Hmm.
It's it was devised in the 50s. The coach that really brought it into the forefront was Dean Smith when he coached at North Carolina.
Hmm.
He used this type of offense, as did other coaches.
Well, he had a
But
really tough time with that roster of his
well, I
guys like
know.
Michael Jordan and James
Yes.
Worthy.
But so basically, like I said, half court offense. So you've got most likely your big men are in the corners near the baseline.
Hmm.
Your two other players are either just over center court or in the wings. Okay,
Hmm.
so they form a box.
Yep.
Point guard dribbles into the box and he distributes the ball. And
Based on
there's
who's
cutting
open.
going on, but
Yeah.
even if you're cutting, you
You're
want
cutting to another box area of the
cutting to
box.
another area of the box. You're keeping the box fairly intact.
Hmm.
And it's a it's an offense which and Milan did it to perfection. You want very few turnovers. So it's an offense that does not present a lot of situations when it comes to turnovers.
But if you did have turnovers, you're in a bad transition spot
Yes.
because at most you'll have three guys back.
Yes, exactly. Um, Also, the coaching was you take your best shot. Okay, you don't. This was down. This was in the no shot clock era.
Hmm. So there are no
So
and there are no threes.
There are
Just
no
so everyone's
threes.
clear, the three
There's no th
pointer will not come into effect for what, a couple decades.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I don't even know when the three-pointer
I could
came
look it
in,
up, but
but
I'm not because I've looked enough stuff up.
I know when I was watching basketball in the 70s even. Like I remember back
I think it was put into effect in the 70s, but
the
there were
latter
times in
part.
the
Yeah.
70s
Yeah.
that didn't have the three pointer.
Because I remember, unrelated to what we're going to talk about, but I remember that St. Bonaventure, since we're from Western New York, St. Bonaventure with Bob Lanier
Yeah.
made it to the Final Four.
Hmm.
And that would have been in 70. What is it? I think that was the year I graduated. That would have been 71 from high school. And they did not have the three-point line yet.
Yeah.
So it was after I got out of high school. But there was okay, so there's no three-point line, there's no shot clock. So this four corner offense
Hmm.
worked perfectly without those two things. It was a slow down game.
They
It was
had to
ball
slow it
possession.
down because of just the David versus
Exactly.
Goliath part. Because even though they beat a team that I'm going to talk about in a moment in the
Okay.
semis, which is the game that they're really talking about.
Right. Right.
In the finals, they also then played Muncie, who's
Hmm.
also a very big school.
Right. Right. So just checking my notes, just to reiterate, it's a ball control
Offense.
offense.
Hmm.
Um,
Sorry, very
Marvin
curious.
Wood was very particular regarding taking your best shot. So you're taking high percentage shots and you slow down the tempo. I'm assuming when you talk about Muncie, they're probably quite an athletic, fast-paced, fast break type of offense.
Hmm.
So, this is a tempo change. They're out of their element. So all those, basically kept the game close. And that's basically what he wanted to do. And I won't tell you the final score yet, but that's the philosophy going into the game. That was his game plan for the final now, not for the game that you're going to talk about, which is
Do
the
you know how old
semifinal.
Marvin Wood was at the time?
No, I don't, but I would guess he was probably, is he an elderly gentleman? Was he an
No.
elderly gentleman? No, he was not. Oh, okay.
Mm-mm. He was 26.
Oh, wow. He wasn't elderly. I was,
No,
I
he
thought he was an,
replaced a coach named Herman Snort Grinstein in 1953 after he was fired.
okay.
But this
Okay.
is Indiana basketball, so like Texas football, coaches will get fired for
Oh,
performance.
they will. They will.
So, did you want to go ahead and finish on the finals, and
Going to the final or the final
we'll
score?
finish.
I want to.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. So they're in Hoosiers. Okay. The star of the team was named Jimmy Chitwood. Okay.
Hmm.
And Jimmy Chitwood is the character that I know if you saw the film, you know what I'm going to say, but if you didn't see the film, Jimmy Chitwood was the character which he was Mr. Basketball at
Yeah.
Hickory.
Hmm.
But he wasn't playing in the team. And the new coach, Norman Dale, who was played by
Gene
Gene
Hackman.
Hackman, was on the verge of being voted out. He did not.
Oh,
It,
yeah, I didn't need to really explain that because we were going to explain that
yeah,
in the
because
movie. He was about to get canned.
he was about to get canned, and he didn't. The parents
Didn't like
um,
the way he ran things.
of the players did not like the way he coached and what have you, and he got himself kicked out of a game for arguing a call. Um, but anyway, uh, pretty early in the film, Jimmy Chitwood, who you saw in the background shooting hoops constantly, he always had a basketball under his arm, comes into the meeting hall where they were taking the vote, and went up to the microphone and wanted to say a few words, which he did. He basically says, I'm think I'm ready to play. So everybody, obviously, all the helicopter parents were all, oh yeah, see, we're doing the right things, canning Norman Dale. When in reality, his next line was,
But coach stays.
coach stays, I play. Coach goes, I go.
Yep.
Aha. So, but
Plot
anyway,
twist.
that's Jimmy Chitwood. And the young man who was the star of the Milan team, his name was Bobby Plump.
To which I
And
said, what did I say? To which I said they didn't need to change his name for the
no,
movie.
they did not. They did not.
Call him Bobby
And
Plump. That's a good name.
he uh he actually scored 25 of Milan's 32 points. As the
Wow.
final score was 32-30.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not unusual in the day of no shot clock.
Mm.
So there you go. And so that was the real Hoosiers, and as you can tell, not an exciting, probably not an exciting game for a final.
No.
Probably a fairly, methodical type game. And once again, it was almost like the if you equate it to football, it was like that zone pass defense. You keep everything in front of you and
Mm-hmm.
you stay in the game. This four corner offense, which is actually used today, but is usually used by a team winning late in the game when they use the term spread the floor.
Spread the floor so it's
That's
harder to
basically the four
foul.
corner offense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just killing clock. You're keeping the ball moving, and you're exhausting the shot clock. So there you go. So I think you're going to talk about the semi.
I got some other stuff on Bobby Plump though.
Oh, do you? Okay, good.
Yeah. So it is loosely based on this team. Um, a couple things that I found out in my notes is so the shot that wins the finals in real life in the movie is taken from almost the exact same spot.
Huh. Okay.
So that part was true to life. What do you know about the team that they beat in the semis?
I don't know anything about it because
Then
I
I'm
was
about to blow
strictly
off the hair that you don't have on your head.
I was strictly focused on the final, so I did not get
But the
into the team
semifinal of the
they
real
beat.
life one is what the finals in the movie is based on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that I know. Yeah.
The name of the school was Crispus Attucks.
Okay.
It,
Named Now, do you know what Crispus
I have
Attucks
no
who he
idea.
is?
I would like you to
He
tell me.
was
I'm gonna
the
turn this light on.
he
My lighting.
was the um colonist, black colonist
Okay.
who was one of the unfortunate souls who were killed in the Boston Massacre prior to
Oh,
the American Revolution.
no kidding.
Crispus Attucks, yes.
Crispus Attucks. You're right. I
Yeah.
thought it. Yeah. Um, actually, let me rewind just a second. Bobby Plump won Mr. Basketball in Indiana that year.
Okay.
So it's not like they didn't come into the game with somebody who
Yeah, they
was,
definitely had a star then,
they
right?
had a star. Yes.
Because was am I would I be uh would I be wrong if I were to say that most likely Larry Bird was Mr. Basketball at one time in his high school
He
career?
was. He
Okay.
was. Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about a very good player.
Someone who is, at least at that point in high school, the best player in the state.
Okay.
Um,
That says a lot coming from Indiana.
yes. They did hold the ball for quite a long time, at one point more than 4 minutes, in the finals game to run the clock out. But now I wanted to touch on the Bobby Plump thing, and that Milan team was 19-2 that year going into the tournament.
Okay.
So they were good.
They were good. They
But
were good, yeah.
they had a really good player, so that can cover up a lot of warts that could then be exposed. But let me go back to Crispus Attucks. On that 1954 team was a Hall of Famer.
Mm,
He would have been a sophomore that year. And Crispus Attucks would go on to win the state title in 55 and 56.
I think I know the guy you're talking about, but I don't know. I don't know, but I do know. Okay, go ahead. I don't want to ruin.
Oh no, I want you to guess. Who do you think it is?
I think I saw this somewhere, maybe in the research, but I wasn't really getting into the semi. Is it Oscar Robertson?
Yes. How do you see that name and not stop?
I know.
Oscar
The
Robertson,
big
Hall of
O.
Famer, the Big O, one of the greatest players in NBA history, as a
Hmm.
sophomore, was on the team that they beat in the
Wow.
semifinals.
Okay. Okay.
They knocked out arguably one of the greatest players ever on the way to the championship
Hmm.
that year.
Yeah.
So yes, he would then lead them to the state title in 55 and 56. Would I believe go to Cincinnati and play?
Yeah, he played
University
with
of
the Cincinnati.
Cincinnati?
He played at University of Cincinnati, and
Yep.
then he went to. I think he played on did they have an NBA team at the time, Cincinnati?
I don't think so.
I know he played on the St. Louis Hawks because they were the Hawks for a bit, and then he ended his career, I believe, with Milwaukee, with the Bucks.
I'm just gonna get a little bit of Oscar Robertson info real quick. See what I can find. But I think that's a footnote that I almost feel like they should have included in the movie.
They probably should have. They should have had
Because
a
that would have
potential.
given the idea that they, yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so he was the first African American to play basketball at the University of Cincinnati.
Okay.
Averaged 33.8 points per game over 3 seasons, and they made two Final Four appearances in his time there.
Okay.
And they would have been at that time. That's not one of in a big conference.
Hmm.
So he probably was not surrounded by talent. So they're getting there based on his back.
Right. Right.
His personal best in college may have been a line of 45 points, 23 rebounds, 10 assists against Indiana State in 1959.
Hmm. Okay. It's neat. Everything's kind of connecting. You got Oscar Robertson. You've got Indiana State, which obviously was the alma mater of Larry
Larry Bird.
Bird down the road.
Yep.
Everything kind of, there's kind of order in the universe here.
Wasn't Indiana State? Are they the Sycamores?
Yes, those Sycamores.
That's such a silly name.
We still
Uh,
remember that famous final NCAA final with Magic Johnson's Michigan State team
against Indiana State's Larry Bird
beating
team.
Indiana State, barely beating them. Yes.
And Larry carried the team on his back.
Hmm. Hmm.
I was not alive for that. A little bit more on Oscar Robertson, and then we can jump back to where we came from.
Okay.
Um, he entered the NBA in 1960, immediately averaged 30.5 points a game. Immediately. He had won Rookie of the Year honors that first season. His best statistical season looks to be 61, where he averaged a triple double the entire season.
Wow.
30.8 points a game, 11.4 assists, and 12.5 rebounds. That feat might not be broken. He was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks in 1970, where he teamed up with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and won the NBA title in 71.
Yep. Remember that. Yep.
Yeah, so that's a pretty wild footnote, I think.
But that is a wild footnote. And I really like your idea. It should have been mentioned. It should have been incorporated into the film.
In the film, it's just a team of other players of color
Yeah, and they were a very skilled
group, but
group of
they
players.
didn't
But it would have
spec
been
they didn't
nice
point out
if,
anyone, and I think that
yeah,
maybe I don't
it would
know.
have been nice if they mentioned, oh, by the way, they have this Mr. Basketball that,
Well,
on
no,
this
you
thing.
have Mr.
Oh, you
Basketball.
have Mr. They have Mr. Basketball, or you have, you have this player who um is exceptional or what have you. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they would have worked it in, but it would have
That's for the
added to
Hollywood
the
writers to figure out, not
yeah, it
for
would have
us.
added to the drama and the
The lore.
lore, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Um, Bobby Plump, jumping back to Bobby Plump and the movie. Um, Bobby Plump said he never would have said the "I'll make it" line. He referred to himself as a shy kid. I would never have said that. And did you find out who the first choice was to play Normandale?
Oh, I did come across it, and I do not remember who it was. Who is it? I don't remember who it was.
Jack Nicholson.
Maybe I didn't see that because I don't remember that one. Okay, I don't remember that.
He was the
Jack
first choice to,
Nicholson. Well, he does love
play.
basketball.
He was the first choice to play Normandale before a lawsuit prevented it,
Oh, okay, okay.
which I kind of want to find out a little bit more about that. But you were telling me when we were speaking about the show before we did the show a few days ago that
Mhm.
Gene Hackman didn't even like the movie or didn't like filming it, I guess.
No, he
I don't
didn't.
know.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he was having. Well, I don't know if he was a very hard actor to work with,
Mhm.
or he had a lot of issue. I was reading a article about the making of the film, and he had a lot of issue with the director, and I don't recall who the director is offhand.
I can fix
And
that.
he was very, he was just very problematic. Didn't like the dialogue. He didn't like the story. He just didn't like
Barbara
anything.
Hershey,
He didn't
he
like
didn't like
anything
Dennis
about it.
Hopper, he didn't like
Yeah. And he was constantly bitching on set. Now, again, he might have just been one of these actors that are very temperamental. That's very possible. Um, but I think as he looked back in his later years, he was very happy he did do the film, and the film obviously put him in a good light, and it was a very successful film. Still is to this day. So
the director's name was is David Anspaugh.
I've seen the name. Yeah, I've seen the name in other credits. So
Wonder if
um,
he's done anything else of note.
I get the impression it probably wasn't his first film. Sometimes actors have issues with working with young directors the first time. For
Yeah.
example, unrelated to this, a very well-known movie, one of my favorite movies, The Maltese Falcon,
Hmm.
which stars
Uh,
Humphrey Bogart.
and yep.
And it was John Huston's first directorial
Hmm.
attempt. He wrote the script. John Huston is the son of Walter Huston, another famous actor. But the original actor that was approached to play the part of Sam Spade was George Raft. And he turned it down. And he turned it down simply because he said, I don't like working with first-time directors. So
Hmm.
there
Um,
you go. So
well, there you go.
Bogart got the part, and Bogart really, it was a movie which, well, he did other movies beforehand, but
Hmm.
this really this movie really put him in
A
the
little movie
industry.
called The French Connection.
Yes, French Connection. Yeah, Gene Hackman. Yes,
Hmm.
great movie.
Let me tell you a little bit about David Anspaugh, the director, because he
Okay.
did do some other movies that apparently are of note. I've only heard of one of the other ones, but he did do another movie that is was pretty big and in the same vein as this.
Okay.
So think about what this movie is about for a moment while I tell you that I could see why he got the role or why he was the director. He went to Indiana University, was born in Decatur,
Okay.
Indiana. Um, Attended USC Film School. He worked as a ski instructor in Aspen, and that's actually how he ended up meeting Jack Nicholson.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He taught Jack how to ski while he's smoking a cigar, probably.
Probably.
But if we think about David Goliath stories for a moment in the sports realm, which fit weaves nicely with our podcast, trust me, we didn't plan it this way.
Right.
Um, what other movie can you think of that is a David and Goliath sports story? This was made
Hmm.
after Hoosiers.
Okay. Well, it could be Miracle.
Nope.
David and Goliath sports story. What else? What else? What else? What else?
Earlier than you're earlier than
Earlier than
Miracle.
Miracle?
Yeah, I know this is great pod, but I kind of want to see if you can pull this one.
Hmm. Okay, so it wouldn't be the other one I'm thinking of, which really isn't David and Goliath. David and Goliath, after it was made after Hoosiers, right? You said?
Af After Hoosiers. Yes. It was made in the 90s. I'll give you that
Okay,
hint.
okay. And I've probably seen it
You've
multiple times.
definitely seen it multiple times.
Probably saw it multiple times. Yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes. Well, why am I drawing a blank?
I don't know. Did you take your St. John's wort this week?
I did not. I did not. I don't know,
Oh,
Matt.
Dad, you're gonna kick yourself when I tell you.
Probably will.
Rudy.
Oh, geez. Yes, Rudy.
Not only did he direct Rudy, but he
Rudy.
reunited with the same screenwriter as Hoosiers
Okay.
for
Rudy
it.
was David and Goliath. Yes, it was.
Hmm. And he insisted on Sean Astin being cast as Rudy Rudiger, even though the studio wanted somebody taller and more athletic.
It's funny because I know you were there.
Oh,
Do you
also,
remember?
hold
Oh,
on.
okay. Yes.
One more thing on Rudy. It was the director's idea to hire NFL Films to shoot the game footage.
Smart. That was smart. NFL,
I
that's
didn't know that
definitely their
NFL
forte.
Films did the game footage, but now that I'm thinking back on the movie, the game footage is very good.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's very NFL
It's
Films-ish.
definitely because I thought it came out of a more of a I thought it came out of like I thought it was something that was already shot and just inserted into the film. But if they filmed it especially for this film,
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah,
No, but I
smart,
think you
very smart.
remember. I think you would remember because you were there. And I was very excited when we went to Notre Dame
Yeah,
for that game,
we saw Touchdown
and
Jesus.
we parked on the campus of Holy Cross University or Holy Cross College or whatever it's called,
Hmm.
the school that Rudy had to go to get his grades up.
To get into
So
Notre
there
Dame.
you go to get into Notre Dame. So there you
And
go.
we saw, just to take a quick detour, I couldn't even tell you what year that was. It's
Well, I
probably
know what it was.
three.
It was your well,
Oh,
I couldn't tell you exactly. You were at Syracuse because you came in on the
yes, it was
train
oh
that
three or
night.
oh 04 because I know where I was living at the time and in what apartment I was living. But we
What?
saw uh, Touchdown Jesus and we saw Notre Dame get smoked by
Yes.
I believe they
SC.
would win the championship that year. Did they win the national championship that year?
They might have, because that was Reggie Bush. That
Mike
was
Williams
Matt
with
Leinart.
the his that catch where he caught it
Mike
like
Williams.
remember where he caught
Yes.
it like this?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
boop. It was in that game.
Yes. And Notre Dame had Brady Quinn as their quarterback.
Hmm. And I think Julius Jones returned maybe two kicks for touchdowns for Notre Dame, but that's all the scoring that they could put
That's
on the
all they
board.
did. Yeah, they just could not
Reggie
stop
Bush
Reggie
was
Bush.
running like crazy, and we saw Matt Leinert's mom in the store on campus, and I know it because I don't know who else would wear a t-shirt that said "I'm Matt Leinert's mom."
That I did not remember, Matt.
I
I did
do.
not remember that.
Yes, well, I
That
have
was neat.
very strange.
Um, and I just remember Reggie Bush was they were running that sweep that they're famous for. Um,
Yeah,
Student body left, student
student
body
body left,
right.
student body
It
right.
was
Yep.
it was devised under John McKay when he was at SC. And SC that was their he was one of their, you know, line of great running backs. They always ran that play. Can't stop it.
Nobody could stop it.
Because you had
Yep.
two pulling guys, you had two pulling guards, and they were pretty much the whole you got everything.
Yeah,
Um,
so it was that's what I got on
so
a
he t
whole
he
bunch of
did
other
two
things.
very popular films about sports
I would say
events.
like best of their generation
Oh yeah. Yeah.
sports movies, which are not always good.
No, some of them are a little bit contrived, but I do
Really?
think I loved Miracle. I loved Remember
Hmm.
the Titans.
Yes.
Obviously Rudy, Hoosiers. Um I'm trying to think. Bull Durham was a good movie, baseball movie.
Well, I would say I don't like baseball, which I don't really love baseball, but Major League.
Major League
That's a
was
sports
fun to
movie.
watch. Fun to
Give
watch.
me all the Bob Uecker that I can
Right.
handle.
Bob Uecker.
I'll tell you when to take Bob Uecker off the screen.
I love that scene where he's doing the play-by-play. He's going ball one, ball two, ball four,
Ball
ball
8,
eight.
ball 12, ball 16.
The
Yeah.
uke. He was
Then he
hilarious. He
say
was a funny
something
man.
like
Funny man.
he said something he said you can't say damn on the air. Oh, who the hell it cares? No one's listening.
Uh, he was
So
the knuckleball catcher because he couldn't
yeah.
catch.
So I believe that wraps up our section on the one about Hoosiers, or that was the episode name that I came up with in my uh, at the drop of a hat, I suppose, which is why it's not super clever. Um, but we have some other sports things going on that are more like right now
Mhm.
that I think maybe we want to talk about a little bit. We've got the Sabres on a heater again.
Yep.
And we have the Carabao Cup final this
Yep.
Sunday.
Yep.
For those who watch English soccer, it's, I believe, also known as the EFL Cup. But Carabao is the sponsor, so it's called the Carabao Cup. And that is played Sunday, 12:30 p.m. At Wembley Stadium in London. Big, big ass stadium.
Right. Right. Yep.
So that should be an interesting tilt that I'm excited for, hence all my gunner stuff that I'm wearing today.
I see you wearing your gunner stuff.
I thought about breaking out my Sabres jersey because I have the same one that you have behind you.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I have that one with no name on it.
Right.
I have just the blank one, but I really like the look of that jersey. But I do prefer just the ones they're wearing now. But yeah, the Sabres are on a heater, right?
They're on the heaters, right? They're I think mathematically they've been the best team in the league since December 9th.
Not think, or have been.
Um, they are incredible. They are fast. They have a really strong decor. They
Which is, which, for a team that has some offensive pop is not always the case. But the thing with them is the decor is part of the offensive pop. They have 4 or 5 guys who can make plays on the blue line.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Well, we've talked about it. You and I have talked about it a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
now
we've wasted
that
all our good material
that
off pod, so
that
that
they've they're playing that game where the defense gets engaged continually. That they jump right into the offensive zone. So
and
you've got
the forwards are rotating back, or off forward is rotating back to cover that spot, when the time is appropriate.
mhm. And the team back checks really well. I mean,
Yes.
everybody's back. Everybody's back in the zone. Being that they're so fast, they can get back to the zone really before the other team sets up.
And they could
And
break up odd man rushes that
they break up
way.
odd man rushes.
It
They
stops odd man rushes from even happening.
they obviously block a lot of shots,
The back
but
check
are
thing, is that a Lindy thing?
I don't know if it's a Lindy thing, but he's definitely coaching it this year. And I would say looking at his coaching history, there was a lot of back checking in his on his teams. Do you remember
I remember the
the
oh 05, the oh
2005
05,
team?
I remember the 0506 team doing it. I don't
Yeah,
remember the 0607 team doing it very as well.
right, right.
And I think part of that is that some of their better players defensively and some of the players that had more jam, unfortunately, they couldn't keep after
Yeah,
that season.
right, exactly. Exactly. But no, I just they're a pleasure to watch. I mean, they're just fun to watch. It's been a long time coming, but they're a lot of fun to watch. I look forward to the games.
And we've talked about who in the NHL right now can be a one-man cycle.
Yeah,
And the list is like McDavid and Dahlin and I don't know, not a whole lot of other guys, right?
right, right.
Well, Bowen Byram did it the other night.
Yeah. Well, I've seen Byron do it over the season. I've seen uh
Thompson do
Tage
it.
Tage Thompson get in the zone and just
Hmm.
go around in the zone. Um,
They
I
have
I
a
think
lot of talent and they're very fast.
additions. I look at the trade now. Paterka to Kesselring and
Stone.
Stone, and no knock on Kesselring. He's been hurt a lot. He's hurt again, but
I think he will be. I think he will be in the
J
playoffs. I'm
Josh
wondering
Stone
if
is
it.
amazing. Josh
Yeah,
Stone has been a transformative player on this team
he
because
has. He
he's
has
on the power
jam.
play. He's on the power play.
He's got way better hands than I think they
He's
thought he
got
had.
yeah, he's got great hands. I just think he's being that he grew up in a household with a father who played in the league for a long time and was around other players as a young guy. He already
Pick
knows how
up
to
the
be a pro.
habits. Pick
Yeah,
up the habits. Yeah.
he knows how to
Well,
be
at
a
one
pro.
point, and I don't know if he still is, but at one point he was leading the league in turnover creation.
I think he still is. I think he still is. Yeah,
He's
so
like a
that's big too.
much, much younger Ryan O'Reilly with maybe more ceiling. I don't know.
And
With the
our
physical
G,
aspect of the game that is going to be required in the playoffs.
yeah. Well, I think with the Tampa game a couple Sundays ago,
Yeah.
or I think they've proven they can play that game.
Well, I'm talking about Doan specifically. I'm
Oh, don't
interested to
yes.
see what
No,
he's
he's
able to do
he's
because he
he's a
goes to the areas that you have to go to in the
he's
playoffs to
a
win
he,
games.
he's a tough customer. Yeah, and we've got size now on the blue line. We've got grit. We made at the trade deadline. We found someone who could win faceoffs.
Hmm.
And as you said earlier today, on top of winning faceoffs, Carrick is having his best year offensively.
I
So
think
that's good too.
Malenstein is probably one of the better players that play on any fourth lines in the NHL.
Plus, he's got how many shorties does he have?
Now that's McLeod.
On McLeod. Okay. I thought it was Ballenstein. Okay.
Yeah, McLeod's
Well,
got
McLeod's got a lot of
five.
shorties, yeah.
He's got five. He's also very fast.
Well, Ballenstein made that move a few games ago. When it was at
Yeah,
home,
once in a while he'll
he had a
half of his
burst.
goals are highlight reels.
Yeah, he had a
I'm
burst and
guessing
he
of
just
that
got
burst.
around one guy
Yeah,
and cruised in and scored. And just goes to show how fast he is. So
I think
we are
we're
we are
preparing for the
quick. We
playoffs.
are quick.
And I'm preparing for, the season of maybe they'll do Party in the Plaza again or something. I don't know.
Could do. Could be. Could be.
We're trying to get tickets for
Oh yeah.
next week, I think. We're trying to get them through Jen's
Well,
work.
I'm gonna get tickets. I'm gonna try to get tickets for the next game down here against Tampa.
Hmm.
That's gonna be a game. I think there might be some issues early on.
Any thoughts on anything else that you wanted to
Yeah, I
touch
wanted to
on?
ask you. I wanted to ask you this question. I don't know if you were able to catch. Did you catch any of the Siena Duke game last night?
No, but I saw the final. They were up, you had mentioned, I think, at one point.
Yeah, at one point they had a considerable lead, and this was the first half. I kind of knew Duke would probably come out in the second half a different team,
Hmm.
but GMAC, he didn't play. He played one guy off the bench late. Other than that, his starters played the whole game.
Mm.
So I know there was probably an issue but
Depth.
you know, I don't, yeah, probably a depth issue, but it was an amazing game, and they really overachieved, and great coaching job.
Uh,
They had a good year,
we're
Siena.
still
So
looking for a coach.
I know Syracuse is looking for a coach. I was going to ask you, okay, so he's got 1 year now in the books
Mm.
at Siena. He's got he was talking yesterday after the game about recruiting and character people that he brought in. Uh,
Mm.
do you, I don't know if he'll get even offered the job because that's 1 year, but
Well, they
yeah.
don't have anyone really
Do you think
clamoring for
about
it right now.
do you think
Pers-
about it? Which, yeah, that's unusual because that used to be
I don't know what's going on over there right now.
like
At least
they got
on
a new
that.
AD.
So maybe they're figuring out their situation, and I don't know, but they got to make a decision at some point here
And I'm assuming he's
for
going to be a
recruiting
name coach.
purposes.
You know,
I I would hope so.
it has to be it has to be a high profile coach. But they need to get back to where they were.
Hmm.
And they just aren't competing in NIL, and
Yeah,
they need to.
which is they're competing on the football side. Why aren't they competing on the basketball side? I don't
I know.
understand.
Yeah.
It's weird. Um, I I mean, it floated through my mind, but I would prefer somebody with more years of head coaching experience. I think
I think
that's
that's the way they'll
asking
go.
an awful lot.
I don't know who's available
But at
or,
some point, if they are left at the altar, they're going to have to take whoever they can get, and I'm sure McNamara would love to be the coach.
yeah, yeah.
So
Where is, because I've lost track of him. Where's Mike Hopkins these
he
days?
was at Washington. I don't know if he's still
That
there.
was quite a while ago. I don't know if he's still there or not.
I'm going to see.
If he is, might be a guy
That might be the guy.
that you can entertain because A, he's got coaching experience as a head coach, and he's been in one place for a long time.
Mike Hopkins coaching. Come on. because he was a longtime assistant for us.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Um, let's see. He was the head coach of Washington from 2017 till 2024. He then
Okay, so
spent
that's
the
only
24-25 season as an assistant with the Phoenix Suns.
okay.
And now he's currently an assistant coach and head of player development for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's in the NBA right
I
now.
think we might be able to prime away from
I
the
think they could get
NBA.
him back for that
Yeah,
if they promised him a budget to work with,
yeah, yeah.
which unfortunately is, or fortunately, depending on what side of the argument you're on, is what's going on now. And
That's exactly right.
so, um, I think that's all I have. We do have the end of the Premier League coming up. We're down to the last, closing in on the last half dozen games of the season. Um, and there'll be a lot of EPL on this weekend, just not Arsenal and Man
Yep,
City because they will be
yep.
playing on
Well,
Sunday.
Man City, yeah. Oh, Man City,
So,
yeah, that's right.
uh, and apparently right now everyone is rooting for Man City because apparently no one wants us to win anything. I don't.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Someone's hungry.
Yeah.
Got a hungry basset here.
Well,
Okay,
maybe you
Missy,
better go feed her.
go feed the
So,
baby.
for Greg, I am Matt, and this has been Echoes from the Arena. You can find us on Podbean if you use an Android device. We are on Apple Podcasts if you use an Apple device, but I believe there's also a Podbean app on there. And you can also check us out on Facebook at Echoes from the Arena. That's where we post the episodes and links to episodes and some occasional show notes and pictures. So if you wanted to check that out, that's available on Facebook for now. And that's it for this evening. So until next time, for Greg, this is Matt.
Good night.